Hey Joe, coming out of just outside of Moalboal, Philippines, about 20-30 minutes outside of Moalboal in a little town called Ronda, Philippines, on the island of Cebu, uh, on the coast, approximately in the middle of the island. So, anyways, I'm seeing a lot of requests for budget. It seems to be like the probably the most popular item that people ask for all the time. So I'm going to go over my last month's budget and just keep in mind that everybody's cost of living here is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. So first, right before I go over this, and it's not going to take that long, is I live up in the mountains in a little town called Ronda, but I'm up in the mountains a little bit. Pretty much what they'd call province life. I live in a two-bedroom, one-bath house, and have a little bit of land and three dogs up here. So, real basic living. I know some guys and women like to live in the city with big old condos and all that stuff, but to each his own. And I'm going to go over my budget living up here, and let's get right into it. All right, I got my rent at 12,000 pesos per month, which is approximately $210. A lot of these I did round up. My food cost is probably one of my higher costs. I put it at 20,000 pesos per month, which was about $350. That eating, even going to McDonald's or what have you is probably one of my favorite pastimes. And I do eat local food quite a bit as well, but I will go out to eat every once in a while too. Maybe once a week, twice a week max. So anyways, electric. My electric bill last month was 3,700 pesos, which is 65 US dollars. My water bill, I haven't even got that in yet, but I'm estimating it to be 500 pesos, which is probably high, which is nine US dollars. My phone, now this is going to be a little bit different for me because I did not follow the advice from the YouTubers when I was watching before I came over, because I've been coming here back and forth for many years, and it had always basically one of my debit cards got eaten about 10 or 12 years ago by an ATM, and if I didn't have my regular phone on me to call my bank, it wouldn't have worked because they wouldn't have recognized the number. So I hung on to my T-Mobile. I got T-Mobile, and it works. It works good enough for me here, and I get free text, free messaging, blah blah blah. I think calls are 20 cents per minute going back to the United States. You can get an international dialing plan, and pay a monthly if you make a lot of calls to get your call per minute down. But I don't make that many calls, so I didn't get that. I very rarely call. So anyway, my phone bill per month I put down as $100, and yes, that's high. I've got two lines on there instead of just mine, so it's kind of double what it should be. But I've got a reason for that, and yes, you can do it for a lot cheaper. A lot of the foreigners here, expats, have basically changed their mind and kept or got their service and brought it over to the Philippines, and then added a local Filipino phone as well, because they're just not, the plans just aren't that expensive. So moving on to the next section, my Wi-Fi here is only 1,000 pesos per month. And a lot of these guys probably, well, how do you get it for 1,000 pesos per month? But up here, when I first moved to this house, it's in a kind of a fairly remote area, and they wanted 27,000 pesos to run my own line from whatever tower they're running it from. It was, I forgot how many kilometers it was, but it was a ways. But they wanted 27K to do that, and I just went up to the barangay hall, which is basically just catty corner across the street from me here, and told them about it, and their mouths dropped to the floor. But they're like, well, we can send you our guy. So they sent me their guy, and basically it's a shared Wi-Fi but it works fine for the TV and the phones and what have you. So, you know, it's good enough for me. Pesos 1,000, which is 18 US dollars. Immigration, I put it as $50 a month, just kind of rounding it off, which 2,800 pesos, which is like 50 bucks. I've got, like I said, I'm up here kind of out of the way, so if I want to go get something to eat and or grocery shopping or whatever I need, go to 7-Eleven. It's hard to find a tricycle or get transportation up here, so I do have a Honda scooter that I pay 4,800 pesos per month, which is $85 a month for. So I have my own transportation up here, and the fuel I put as 800 pesos per month, which is 200 a week, which honestly I don't even use that much, but it's $14, so it might fluctuate a couple dollars each way, what have you. Okay, so the total budget that I have here for myself for last month is $901. Now, I didn't put entertainment in there, and the month before last, I did take a trip to Dumaguete. It's just a 2-day trip, and I spent approximately 10,000 pesos, which is, I believe, like $170 to $180 on that one. So that would be that much higher. But remember, my phone bill here was $100. So I mean, you can fluctuate the $901, or I could, if I got rid of my phone, at least half of it, down to the 850 area. So a lot of people are asking, you know, can I live here on $1,500, $1,300, $1,800? I mean, yeah, I'm at $901 without basically taking any trips or doing anything here, and I would say that's definitely on the lower range. And I don't know, some of these guys that are over here, I mean, the way that they want to live is almost equivalent to the way they want to live in the U.S. which is fine. To each their own when it comes to that. But if you're the type of person that's living on a tight budget and want to come over here and you're asking, yeah, is it possible, you know, 800, 900, 1,000, 12, 1,500? It is possible, but you know, you're gonna have to give up some things, you know, when you start getting down below the $1,000 mark. That's for $1,000 US dollar mark. That's for sure. But I hear a lot of people on TV, they're saying, oh, you know, don't come here if you got a 1,200. You know, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that. You know, the life that you're going to lead is going to be, you know, you're just going to be existing and not living, basically. And believe me, because I've been in this spot, I understand. But when you're on, for instance, I wasn't on it, but if you're on, like, have a low pension or disability, what have you, and it's $1,200 and you're trying to live in the United States or any Western country for that matter, but well, I'll just use U.S. since that's where I'm from. You got $1,200. I mean, you're basically living with a relative, you know, at that point. I mean, that is hardly enough to cover anything. So you got a choice to live with that $1,200 in the United States, or you got $1,200 to live in the Philippines. I mean, where here you can have a better quality of life. You have your own place. You have basically everything you want. Yeah, it's not going to be, you know, a real expensive lifestyle or anything, but it's going to be a lot better lifestyle that you have in America. Your quality of life will definitely go up. And if you're in that situation where you're on a fixed income, you know, 15, 13, 12, 1,000, or even below, you know, it's going to depend on you. But if you start getting below, you know, the 800 and want to get below that, it's you're going to have to make some choices, that's for sure. So anyway, that's my budget. Just to give everybody a rough idea, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by, y'all.